Well, hello there. My name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tone Junket TV. Today, we're trying to answer the question, is bigger better? When it comes to cabs, come on, what do you think we were talking about? Anyway, in the recent Princeton pack, you can see we're in Rig Manager here, I did a little thing. You know, the Princetons come with a 110, and that's a cool sound. But a lot of times, to go a little bigger and a little louder, people really find that the Princetons have a hard time keeping up with the band. But to just go to the next level, you go to a Fender Deluxe. And so you will see a lot of Fender Deluxe on recordings and stuff, and live. You know, you can kind of keep up with the drummer. Now, maybe not a very loud drummer or whatever, depends on the room. But the Deluxe does have at least that 12-inch speaker, which, in my opinion, really does make it sound a little bit bigger. But all that, you know, starts to go away a little bit when you're close miking. So I close mic'd all these profiles, and I want to show you on the 69. I took 3 different cabinets for this pack. I did the built-in cabinet, the sort of 110 that's in the combo, and then I also did the XL profiles. All feature my 1966 Fender Pro Reverb 212 cabinet with Utahs. So the Utah 110 in the Utah 10-inch in the 69 Princeton is going to be, you know, a 10-inch version, I guess, at some level of the Utahs that are in the 212 from that Pro Reverb. Those are the same manufacturer, similar Fender blue labels. So we should have at least speakers that were meant to be in the same series. And then some speakers that are just not even like it are the big 215 cabinet from the Showman, the Fender Showman, which those are JBL D140Fs. They're just a completely different speaker. In my opinion, they're a little more scooped, and they give you a little more of a hi-fi thing, but with a slower attack. So Utah didn't make a 15, but had they, I think we would have seen a nice progression. But we do get to see something like this. So first I'm going to play the 110. Then I'm going to play the 212, then I'm going to play the 215, and all I'm going to do, it's going to be the 69 Prince 3, the 69, and then we're going to go to the XL version, and then we'll come down here to the 2XL version. Oh yeah. Yeah, so there you can really hear the cab getting larger, and primarily the biggest difference kind of comes in that low end. Obviously, you can hear that it's a little bit of a different speaker when we get to the XXL. You know, they're kind of different in construction and stuff and magnets, and maybe they're going for a different thing, but you hear the low end coming in. Listen back to number 3. It's not that this doesn't have enough bass, it does. The bass is punchy, it's full, but it doesn't have a ton of that lower end depth. Let me defeat this this delay here, and let's actually dive into the cabinet section here a little bit. Now here you see I've got my low shift, and I've actually got my high shift coming down a little bit because this one came out pretty bright. You can adjust that, but listen to the low shift here. I'm just going to play something. That's just the middle position of this Trini Lopez, right? Now let me bring this down and let's go -2. So we're actually going to shift some of those low frequencies down, and it's going to sound a little different. It's going to sound something like this. Boom, like bigger low end fullness, right? Okay, let's pull it down even more, right? And really get down here. -4. This is going to give us just way more oomph. To me, it's kind of like on the neck pickup, you get this sort of really too much bassy thing when you add it in that much low end, which is why small amps are a lot of times very beautiful for sort of getting warmer, mid-rangier sounds. That might sound a little counterintuitive, but if you think about it, the larger the amps get, the more hi-fi and exaggerated the bass and low end get, right? Think of a Plexi, think of a Fender Twin, right? We get these very high present sounds coming out because we have large power sections, 4 6L6s, 4 KT66s, 4 EL34s. You get less of that choked small sound that you get from just 1 or 2 6V6s or EL84s like a Vox AC10 or AC15. You get the bigger sound of it, right? It's a cool sound. You also tend to match those things with larger speakers. You get more solid bass and more low-end frequencies from those big power sections, but you also, matching those with big speakers, create a lot of rumble. Something like a Twin doesn't do, a Princeton doesn't do that. That 110 speaker really limits the amount of low end you can force through. And that's why a lot of classic records are, deluxes and stuff mic'd up. And you might go like, wow, that sounds like a Marshall. Is that Jimmy Page's Marshall? No, it's actually a Fender Twin, pushed way loud. And then they didn't need all the extra bass that the Twin kind of, or the Deluxe kind of flubs out. All the Fenders flub out a little bit in the bass. But you get them on 8, 9, and they really sing. 7 or 8, I'd say they really sing. 9 and 10, the bass starts to get a little bit loose. But does size matter? Well, I think normally in the real world it does. But as we've seen with all things digital, a little enhancement goes a long way. I've been HW.
you.